All right, everybody, I'm going to start this off. I would like to thank everybody for attending. We appreciate it. This is for a great cause. I've got a script here that I've kind of written, but I'm going to change it up a little bit because I would like to first introduce Tim Balderman, the mayor of New Lenox here, and let him speak a little bit. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. I apologize for the sore voice. I've got my grandson here because we've got a very special presentation. First, I'd like to just turn the mic over to our great commander for a moment. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Well, good afternoon to everybody, and thank you all for coming. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dan Drizmala, the current commander of this post, located in New Lenox, the home of the Proud Americans. And real quick, I'd like to talk about one Proud American, or one American that we're proud of. I'm sorry, but so I'm not going to say too much, but I felt compelled to do something to honor Chris DeMick in an attempt to show our gratitude, the gratitude of wounded warriors in action, the gratitude of every veteran. I wanted to do something that would touch his life, something that would remind everyone of his continued loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. All of which Chris exemplifies. Anyone who served in the Army knows what the acronym for leadership stands for. And now everybody knows what leadership looks like and what leadership can accomplish. On behalf of the members of Post 1977, the Ladies Auxiliary, the Sons of the American Legion, the Legion Riders, and our supporters, we'd all like to say thank you. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mayor Balderman.
All right. Thank you. I come to this event every year. I'm really proud of you, Chris, everything that you do. We are the home of Proud Americans, and so when the commander reached out for me and said, we want to do something special for Chris, it was a no-brainer for me. And so, Commander, if you want to bring these up. Monday night at our board meeting, the board is going to, I'm very confident, adopt a resolution declaring Ford Drive as honorary Chris DeMick Way. Our great street department asked me if I wanted the sign to be brown with white letters or if I wanted that American flag in red, white, and blue, and it was a no-brainer for me. God bless America. It is red, white, and blue. Now, normally when we have a resolution, there are a lot of whereases, and I don't always read them, but Chris is worth every word on this paper, so I will be quick, I promise. But whereas Chris DeMick has been a resident of New Lenox since the mid-90s, his father served in the military, his son Kyle is currently serving as a corporal in the United States Army. Whereas Chris DeMick has been a longtime member of the American Legion Post 1977, is a three-time past commander of the Sons of the American Legion. He's also an active member of the Color Guard and attends multiple memorial services and parades each year. Whereas Chris DeMick has hosted a luncheon at the American Legion each year since 2008 to raise money to benefit wounded warriors in action. And whereas since the beginning of his annual fundraiser luncheon, Chris DeMick has raised over $125,000 since 2008, is on track this year to hit $150,000. All of the money raised goes directly to the wounded warriors in action, and whereas Chris DeMick continues to selflessly give his time and energy to helping others, yet at the same time, never, ever asks for anything in return. And I am supremely confident that by unanimous vote on Monday, this resolution will pass. Congratulations to you, my friend. Thank all of you for coming out. Wounded Warriors in Action, thank you for all that you do. There is nothing more important than taking care of those that have served and continue to serve our country. God bless each and one of our veterans and everyone currently serving. Have a great day. Thank you.
I'm kind of blown away by this right now, but I am going to say something. I can't do without everybody in this room either. Okay, so there's a lot of people in the back there in purple and everybody in this room. I can't accept this by myself. So thank you for everybody that supports this cause, always supports me, supports this post. Thank you everybody in this room. Appreciate it. Well, that totally just derailed me because I love all you people. This is awesome.
You gotta do the first burn on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Take the car out.
Those are my brothers and sisters right there. So, I'm going to start this right now. We'll start, and I'm going to kind of go in and out a little bit here now. So, a few things I want to do is I want to start this off with a video.
Been home about 6 months now, and I still have my doubts. Well, I'm not sure how I got here or how I'm gonna get out. Well, my mama says I look the same as I did before I left, but if she could see inside of me, it would scare her to death. Well, I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun, and I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" And I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, guiding weight a ton, and I see death in every single thought. Well, they taught me how to put that uniform on. I just can't get it off. Last Saturday they honored us in a small parade downtown, and when they shot off those fireworks, I nearly hit the ground. While they smiled and cheered for us, all I could do was stare. 'Cause part of me is here at home, and part of me is right there. Well, I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun, and I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" And I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, guiding weight a ton, and I see death in every single thought. They taught me how to put that uniform on. I just can't get it off. Yeah, there's no end in sight. 'Cause even though I'm home now, I'm still fighting for my life. Well, I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun, and I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" And I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, guiding weight a ton, and I see death in every single thought. They taught me how to put that uniform on. I just can't get it off. Well, the devil's won some battles, and he may win some more, but don't he know the American soldier will always win the war?
Pretty good video, huh, everybody? Can you guys hear me? That's a video I was looking for, because we had one last year too, that actually, you know, kind of touches a lot of people, and only a soldier will truly understand that video. When you come back to reality, that's a big thing that the Wounded Warriors in Action does. It helps bring a soldier back from what they experience to normal life, so. Advance it. Oops, sorry. Okay. Small technical problem. All right. Pat, are we ready to start this thing off? All right, let's get this thing going. There, use that one. Thank you, everybody that came out today. Appreciate it. I can't believe it's 2019 right now. Thank you for everybody that's come out to help support this. It's always a great day here at the Post, so thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody that served. Thank you to all our veterans out there. How about a round of applause for all our vets? I'd like to thank everybody that came here today, and the Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation. Thanks, everybody that came here today. So we appreciate it. Thank you for all the donations. I can't believe it's our 11th year. Here we are. I know Paul Gaynor back there, when he and I talked about this years ago, we never thought it'd ever be like this. I'm sure Paul will tell you the same thing back there. So, and all the guys in the back who actually brought this originally to the Post here, that was at another bar. Thank you. None of us ever could dream what this has turned out to be, so. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause, you deserve it. So sacrifice, it's something that means a lot to me that people don't always do anymore. And as far as this year, at the end of January, there are close to 1.4 million people serving the U.S. Armed Forces. And that's according to the latest data that we have from the DOD. So basically, you guys and girls, what that means is less than 0.5% of the American population is active personnel. To me, I'll call them the elite. So remember, it's not just saluting the flag, but I'm saluting the sacrifice that our veterans have made for us. So to me, what is the military about? I think it's about all the great veterans, men and women, Purple Heart or not, what they have sacrificed for our freedom or way of life. So many of the younger people, younger generation, really don't understand what has been done previously with our veterans of different eras and what they have sacrificed so they can enjoy the way of life today here in America. You know, I often think about my own way of life. I can't get this, I can't do that, I want to do this, but then I think about my own son, excuse me, who's active duty, and like all the other veterans that are here, you basically lived your life out of a duffel bag, the basic necessities, that's it. It's very humbling. So when you sit at home and you think about all the things you have, remember it's because a veteran fought for you. And that's why we can do what we have. So, where's Kelly? Okay, all you guys know I can't go forward without talking about Kyle. So Kyle, I gotta talk about him, so I think about him every day. He just got back from Operation Atlantic Resolve from Europe. He's in the States now, back at Fort Hood. But this is what his mom sees, a little boy going to the Army. He doesn't have as much hair now, but he's probably watching. So I think about Kyle, I think about this nervous kid that got on the bus. I think about his little brother here right now that was holding him. I was thinking about, you know, what's gonna happen to him? Is he tough enough? Can he handle this? You know, is this gonna happen? Well, I guess I didn't need to worry about too much about him. So that's how Kyle kind of looks today. And pride is enough a word I feel for him now, so. But I can't forget about my other son, Caden, either. He donated his time, his bounty from going hunting to help raise money for the Wounded Warriors in Action. To watch him grow into the man he's becoming makes a parent proud too, so. Of course, I gotta say that this year in deer camp, he kicked me out of the blind, so I guess that's by himself, so. But we've all had family members that have sacrificed. Our fathers, our uncles, our brothers, our mothers, our sisters, all veterans. So, our Purple Heart vets. How many Purple Heart veterans are here today? Do you mind standing if you can, please? Big round of applause for these men. Okay? Thank you, everybody. There's a table back right here, right now, from the Military Order of the Purple Heart. We've got some new members that have come. They were here last year from this organization. These people are great people. John, Bill, Art, Kev, and is Phil here too? Did I see him back there? But everybody that's here, thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate you guys coming out and spending your day with us. There he is back there. Bill, don't slug me, but thank you, our very own World War II, 3-time Purple Heart, Iwo Jima survivor, Bill Mencken. Thank you, Bill. So what does the Warriors in Action do for the Purple Heart vets? What are their goals? Okay, so it's pretty simple. They offer world-class outdoor sporting events for our Wounded Warriors in Action. What does it do? It increases self-reliance, bolsters self-confidence, promotes spiritual healing and wellness, instills camaraderie to let people know, hey, it's okay, what happened, okay, we're normal again, all right? It gives them opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise have. Last year, the WWI provided services for 283 Purple Heart recipients. The Wounded Warriors in Action encourages American heroes to get back into action, hunting, fishing, provides opportunities to assist our veterans who are recovering both mentally, physically, and spiritually. I don't know if a lot of people know this. I know I'm just kind of blocking people on this angle. I apologize, but it's a top-rated nonprofit, and a lot of people don't know this, but yet, according to an independent survey that was conducted, that the WWIA ranked #1 out of 78 participating military charities in terms of overall performance, staff volunteer support, and satisfaction. That's pretty huge, everybody. So I'm going to click a link here. It's an older video, but yet, I'm clicking it, that I wanted you to see that there's women also that get hurt and involved. So this is one thing that I wanted you guys to see, so it's a good video.
So we're going now to go meet with John from Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation.
Go ahead.
I'm John. Nice to meet you. I'm Krista.
Hi, that hot mess has arrived.
The Wi-Fi.
I'm the founder of the Wounded Warriors in Action Foundation, which is a Purple Heart organization aimed at providing world-class outdoor sporting activities to our nation's combat wounded Purple Heart recipients. We're here in the great state of Alabama hunting turkeys.
That's what we're gonna be later. Some turkey dogs. Gobble gobble.
And this is, I think, the world's first all-female Purple Heart hunt.
We're gonna get everyone suited up and get their licenses so we can go hunt turkeys legally.
I joined the Army when I was 19, and I wasn't just gonna do the 4 years and get out like everybody else. And I ended up just re-enlisting and staying in because I enjoyed what I did.
We were showing her the shotgun. She's like, I've never actually shot a shotgun before. I'm used to what? The M16.
I'm a medic, 60 whiskey. I help treat soldiers or people that need to be treated.
Nice.
I love what I do and I love soldiers.
I like it. I'm just excited hitting a target. I like it. slowly but surely, we're gonna turn her into a hunter.
Tell us your full name.
Sophia Malone, Staff Sergeant. I was active duty for 4 years. I did Desert Storm, and then I was a stay-at-home mommy for 9 years. And I got back in and seen the world.
Okay, so I got some goodies for you. Had some stuff donated for this event, and I just want to say thank you for your service and everything you do for our country. You should try them on. You guys.
Hold on. Here, look. Taylor, look.
How they look. The reason I reached out to the Wounded Warriors and Action Foundation is because I wanted to be able to share my passion.
That's playing we've had all day. We just had to find the spot. Exactly. So let's go find those turkeys that are crossing. There's your turkey. Thanks.
The most you've seen
This is the most I've seen of a turkey today.
Being able to share that passion with other ladies is my way of giving back, especially giving back to this country.
Wait patiently. It'll be worth it. I've been deployed 4 times, and I have 3 to Iraq and 1 to Afghanistan. I received a Purple Heart in 2010. I was on a convoy and we were hit with 2 RPGs in my truck and some shrapnel splashed and shattered. So.
It represents a hard stand, and meaning that, you know, you either got a Purple Heart or you didn't. And the Purple Heart is respected by all but sought by none.
I don't like to talk about it, but I have a Purple Heart. I got blowed up real bad one day.
Thanks for what you did for our country, and you're a super trooper. We're really glad you're here.
Thank you. There was other guys in my truck that got hurt too. I had the best weekend of my life. I'm officially buying a shotgun and I will be hunting.
You like to hunt?
Shoot you. What the heck? Why am I here?
Yeah.
I love to hunt.
So, so it kicks back on. So, basically, you'll see there's a couple videos. There's one more video I wanted to show you here with Jessica Duff, a national shooting champion. So, it's good having somebody who knows all this technical stuff up here. You know, grab your kids; they know everything.
I'll do a wrist to both shoulders.
When the NRA contacted us and said we're thinking about having Jessie Duff come out and join us for a day of shooting at a range, I said, you know, it sounds great. You know, I mean, she's a national champion pistol shooter. That sounds awesome.
In the grand scheme of things, what they do is far more important than what I do with a firearm. These guys have had training in more tactics type training with firearms, and what I do is completely different. So I knew there would be a little bit of a transition for me to explain what I do and then for them to reiterate that on the range. I brought in some Taurus firearms for everybody. I've got a 24/7 G2, a 1911, and 2 Millennium G2s. As I lined everybody up on the line, I started on the far end with Mickey, and he chose to go with the 1911 first. He was very excited that I brought one of those out today. And right away I noticed that all of them are just amazing shots. You're doing good. As I'm showing them my stance and grip and side alignment and trigger control, they did have some questions based on why I would have such a wide stance or why I would use the grip that I use. And as the gun cycles, it's going to reset it. Now, instead of having to pull through all of that trigger again, I'm only going to reset it to there.
So the blade's already out.
So that you've already got the take out of the trigger, and that way you're not having to start all the way over with a long trigger pull and the added weight to it.
Well, meeting Jesse was an awesome experience. The way we shoot and are taught in the military is way different than any competition shooting, and you're always going to learn something. I learned several new things today, how to help me shoot a little straighter, so it was a lot of fun, and we really appreciate it.
She did a super job. The heroes all interacted with her quite well. They learned something, and we had a lot of fun. We presented Jesse one of these maple and cherry plates that had been wood turned by this gentleman with our logo on it, and it was just a small expression of the foundation's gratitude for what she did for the guys.
We'd like to present that to you and say thanks for what you did.
Thank you
Okay.
so much, John, for everything you've done with this foundation and what you're doing to help these wounded warriors. You're doing such amazing things with them. Thank you. This means so much.
Aw, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You did a great job today.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Caught me off guard here.
She was overwhelmed with emotion by that. I would not certainly have expected that, but she's very, very patriotic.
I think the fact that Jessie came out and that she was touched by, the foundation's gift to her. Whenever someone like that comes up and acts that grateful to be able to spend a day on the range with you, it makes you very humble with yourself that someone like that would humble themselves for you.
What a great day. Thank you, guys.
So there's different ways that people can help everybody. So that's some of the things I wanted to show you and tell you about. But basically with the overhead here, one thing about the WWIA is that 88 cents of every dollar goes to help the vets. It's not all these admin fees and all that other stuff that's out there. They actually give the money to help our veterans.
It's up to 90 now.
So basically, WWIA receives over 250 new applications every year. It is a Purple Heart organization for veterans of all eras and all conflicts. In 2018, 275 Purple Heart vets on 65 outdoor sporting events in 31 countries and 31 states, and 2 countries. And there's an earlier slide. The foundation has a very low 12% administrative overhead. The majority of the funding comes from small contributors like ourselves here in this room. Remember their tagline, American Heroes, American Sportsmen. So I was inquiring with Nicole, who is in the office for the Wounded Warriors in Action. And I asked her, talk to me a little bit. Sometimes I question myself and see how things are, and just want to see how what we're doing works. And this is a quote from Nicole saying, for the monies that you donate, we use those annually to supplement underfunded events. Last year is a good model for your past performance. Your group and those connected to it raised $26,557.36. These funds help bridge the gap on 11 events which served 47 heroes. As you may know, the Illinois Hero Shot Archery Whitetail Hunt is one of the underfunded events, which we help make it happen here. And we also serve 2 heroes from Illinois. So we have many members, our own people here that helped do all the cooking and donated their own hunt, their bounty that was, that we did, and we cooked it here for everybody here today. The hunters donated their bounties to support the cause here. Some of our local hunters and fishermen, a lot of those purple shirts that are there in the back right now, those guys and girls back there helped us out. That cooked all for everybody here today. Even my own nephew, he wasn't able to attend today, but Jason Creed is also a Purple Heart recipient. He's an Afghan war veteran. So again, we had over 250 last year through the lines, you guys, on eating. Yeah, I think we kind of beat that this year, so thank you, everybody. So many great organizations on the presentation that we had that was running when everybody was eating, and all the businesses that we had help contribute to this. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody that were able to help us out and donate all the things that we have here. Some of the great helpers and the great people, great friends and great supporters. Picture from last year of the Purple Heart vets that attended the event from the Wounded Warriors. We've had some great turnouts. There's even more to come, everybody. Yeah. So if you go on the website for the WWIAF.org, you will see many of the heroes' stories. A lot of them will, talk about it and say what it meant to them, what it did for them. There's a lot, and it's really impressive to see and to read about them. So, these guys don't always talk about it, and the ladies too. But I'd like to introduce a few of our new Purple Heart members that are, becoming part of our family here today. Sitting at this table here, Jordan, can you stand up, please? Andy? Thank you, Andy. Mark? Mark's a local guy, Mount Greenwood, everybody, from the Southsiders. I had to tell you that earlier, buddy, it was going to happen, so. That's Josh, that's our family member here, so. Everybody knows Josh from Wisconsin. You guys, a lot of these people don't want to talk about what's happened to them, but I asked Josh specifically to talk for a minute or two about how the foundation has helped him and in his experiences. Josh, can you come up, please? Yes.
Good afternoon.
Talk loud.
Gotta talk loud in this thing. So, Chris asked me to come up here and talk to you guys about how Wounded Warriors in Action has benefited me or helped me throughout the years I've been a member of WWIA. And I didn't want to give you the typical same old story. We went on hunts, we had a good time, that kind of thing. But something that's kind of a byproduct of WWIA. Things that you wouldn't think that become blessings in disguises. So when your whole life, basically, I went in the military, was gonna do 20 years, 25 years, whatever the case may be, and retire. That was my deal. So one day that wasn't gonna happen, right? I just woke up and a new reality was presented to me. So now I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna do going forward. With somebody who has that service-oriented heart, it's hard to find that. It's just, it doesn't happen, especially with the limitations that I was dealt with. So the Wounded Warrior in Action kind of stepped up and said, hey, Josh, would you mind taking other veterans out and helping them on hunts and fishing events and stuff like that? So a byproduct of that was that they gave me a mission again. Kind of made you feel whole. And even if it's that small dose, it still mattered. It still was enough. So that was one of the simple byproducts that nobody thinks expects that to happen. The other one was the human aspect. So a lot of us come out with kind of like a jaded attitude about, well, you won't understand because you didn't do the same thing that I did. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I kind of had that attitude. And as I was going on these events and meeting people like yourselves and meeting people who had nothing to gain from me at all, putting their heart and soul into this, that made a difference. And I was able to go out and trust and understand that regardless of what I had been through, there's people in this room right now who went through way harder stuff than I. And I could get a lot from them and learn from them and trust them. So those are just two simple byproducts of things that I think are overlooked, but definitely what WWI has helped me accomplish.
Thank you very much for sharing, bud. All you Purple Hearts know that it's not easy for that. So I appreciate Josh making the time and coming up here and speaking about it. Another one of our people here is John. You don't have to come up yet, but everybody knows the CEO right now. He's sitting right here. I'm gonna have him come up in a minute or so, but he's the founder of it, so I'd like to say thank you too for him for his service. So thank you, Colonel. So I try to do something different every year for our Purple Heart vets, and I started making a challenge coin. So if I could ask a favor of the Purple Heart vets to stand up one more time, and I'm gonna come up to you right now. You hold that. This is also a patch that we made here for them, so some people, thank you very much. Appreciate your sacrifice. Don't slug me, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for your sacrifice. Excuse me. Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, sir. Let me stick around there, those two gentlemen. There he is. I don't know, he put down pressure. I'm not a Marine, I'm Army.
Son is Army, I ever say that. Jimmy, give him a slap.
Careful, that's 1.5 miles. Thank you. What's so great about this is, when we started, we didn't have a lot of Purple Hearts. That's why this is making it happen. Thank you. Thank you. Fat guy trying to get through this room, though, let me tell you. All right. Oh. We good? Ooh, boom. All right, on that note, thank you for all the Purple Hearts for their sacrifices. I appreciate it. So, with that, I'd like to bring up on that note, I'd like to bring up Lieutenant Colonel John McDaniel to speak.
Hey, how about a huge round of applause for that guy right there for what he's done. That's outstanding. You're the man. Okay. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's an honor to be here. You know, a lot of folks don't know this. I don't think I've ever said it, but in 1968, my family moved to Palatine, Illinois. Okay, so we lived in Palatine from 1968 till about 1978. So 10 years here. And if you'd have told me, you know, in 1978 that I'd be coming back here in 2019, and this had been my 10th trip, and this is what was happening, I mean, how could you imagine that? And what you folks have done here is simply amazing. It really, really is. And my heart, you know, goes out to each and every one of you for what you've done to help these heroes. I may have started a small thing and lit the flame, but folks like you are providing the oxygen that has turned it into a much larger and very vibrant mission that is helping heal our combat wounded. It's a small thing. I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, You know, you saw that less than 0.5% ever serves our country at one given time. And so those that are, you know, or get wounded in the process, it's even a smaller number. You know, it's a tiny fraction. We love all veterans. We honor and thank you for what you did, and nobody certainly wants to get wounded. We just chose to focus on the wounded because we had a very small amount of resource, and we wanted to, you know, do something that was impactful, and we're doing it thanks to you. Okay, so pat yourselves on the back and give yourselves a round of applause for how awesome this place is, and I really mean that. It's an awesome, awesome place. Okay, I've got a couple of things here. You know, when I want to present you all, these are 2 awards. You know, a few years ago, I was thinking to myself, thank you. You know, how in the world is it that we're going to, you know, capture, you know, what is happening in some of these places in America? And this is one of them. And I was like, well, we got to track, you know. And when we started this thing, I mean, it was just me, a dog, and a trailer, okay, and a boat. That was it, you know. And then so as we moved along and we developed relationships and great things started happening around the country, this is one of them. There's a crown jewel, okay, of the foundation. This is like, you know, ground zero for what we do. And so we had to think, you know, we got to start tracking cumulative dollars given so that we can, you know, make sense of all of this. I'm not going to stand up in front of a room of people and tell them what their money's done, you know. So we started tracking it cumulatively, and we said, okay, let's do this thing called decorated patrons, you know, and let's start tracking cumulative dollars. And the first award will be the Purple Heart, and once they get above 50,000, we'll give them a Purple Heart, you know, and then we'll go to the Bronze Star, you know, when they get above 100,000. And we just kept doing this. And so now we have the Silver Star and the Medal of Honor. Okay, I mean, the country's highest award, you know, as you know, is the Medal of Honor. Well, you know, so we created an award for the, you know, the ultimate giving, right? We thought, when we created, I said, nobody's ever going to do that. Nobody's ever going to nobody's ever going to cumulatively give $150,000 for what we're doing. I mean, think about it. The dollar that we get's the last dollar that people have. It's so hard to raise a dollar. It's incredibly hard to do, you know, and you guys have done it beyond and above what anybody ever expected, and certainly myself. Okay, so you earned the Purple Heart, and last year we gave you the Bronze Star, and then all of a sudden we're at the Silver Star level, and with what happens here today, you're going to earn the highest award that the foundation has. Okay? How about that? You like apples? How about those apples? Those are awesome apples, okay? I've only ever given this one other time. And I didn't, one other time have I given this award in 12 years, okay? And what I will tell you quietly is that, you know, your major competition out there, you know, who achieved it first, you know, those of you that are in business know that the double bottom line is really what's important. It's like net. Like, what do I get to really keep at the end of the day after I pay my employees and yada, yada, yada? Well, if you draw a double line here for what y'all have done, you're number one. Because you don't ask for anything, okay? 100% of what you give goes to this mission, and you have supplemented missions all across the country. There are people that are hosting our heroes that are doing the best they can, but they don't know how to raise any money. You know, and we have to stop, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd have to say no to a ton of missions. I just have to say we can't do it. And so thanks to what you've done here, we have two.
Let's go with the small one.
Go with the small one?
Yeah, because I'm going to bring some people up.
Okay, so this is not small though. Okay.
Neither am I.
All right. You know, the Silver Star, and there's probably a Silver Star recipient in this room, and I don't want to embarrass you, but that medal is given for valor, as well as the Medal of Honor. You don't get those awards unless you do something valorous. And so the Silver Star, which is our second highest award next to the Medal of Honor, is being presented to you today here. And what it says is, this certificate is awarded to the Thomas E. Hartung American Legion Post 1977 in recognition of your long-term commitment and generous donations exceeding $100,000. It's given to the WWI and America's Condo Women's Federation, granted on this 9th day of March, 2019. Signed yours truly. So come on up here, big guy. Okay, so you want me to wait on the other one?
Yes, because I would like to bring some people up.
Okay, so I'm going to go take a seat. You want me to stand? Okay.
Actually, no, stand here.
I'll stay here. But listen, thank you so much for what you. We've got some more hardware here for you, and you certainly deserve it. These are cumulative awards. Think of them as your award. Okay, you guys earned this, and when you see it hanging someplace in these hallowed halls, understand that it was because of you and what you did that has helped so many of our nation's wounded. And I thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Can Donnie, Colette, Brian, and Dan come up, please? Is Colette here? There, come on up. So, I've been doing some quick math up here, and everybody knows, there's a goal that I set for myself this year and this team, and there's a great many people that helped out, and I can say we hit the goal. So my goal was to get that level that John is talking about. I wanted this post to get that level. So with everybody's hard work, and with the help of this group here, which is the factions of this post, I'd like to make a donation to you, sir, for $32,000. Our largest ever. We couldn't do without everybody here. There's a check here for the American Legion and the Riders, the Ladies Auxiliary, and the Sons of the American Legion. It's in that envelope. But I wanted to make sure that we hit that goal to you for what I told you we would do. And man of my word, I don't lie. I wanted to make sure that you knew that. So thank you.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say other than God bless you and thank you. And so, in recognition of that, the foundation's highest award, the only second time I've ever we as an organization have ever given this award, it is the Medal of Honor patron right here, folks. That's amazing. It absolutely is amazing. And thank you, everybody in this room. It's absolutely incredible. It says, this certificate is awarded to the Thomas E. Hartung American Legion Post 1977 in recognition of your long-term commitment and generous donations exceeding $150,000. That's awesome. Thank you.
I'd like give her everybody. I want everybody to get part of this picture because it was a team.
You want me to block this?
Yes, please. So. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good job.
So, thank you, everybody. You guys can present. Yep. All right. Thank you very much. I want to talk about a few things before we get to the raffles here, everybody. So there's some awards that I would like to give out because doing something like this is no individual task. It takes everybody. So there's a lot of planning that goes into this event and it starts off for a long time. So first off, I'd like to thank Post Commander Dan Drzmala for his support and the cause here. Dan was a driving force with me. Excuse me. He pushed me to keep this alive, made it clear that this event will be a great one. Many people don't understand how much Dan did and does for this post, and what a true patriot that he really is. Dan would ask me what he could do to help, and always offering his time. And I said, just keep doing what you're doing here at the Post and helping in the way that you do. So thank you, Dan. So Dan, I've got something for you, sir. I'll let you open it because I'll tear it open like a bull in a china shop. So. But this is something that I wanted to make sure that you knew and you were recognized for your help with Wounded Warriors. And it's signed from John, and yeah, I crept up on you and I got a picture of you. So, but thank you very much for all your help and support. I also want to thank my brothers from the Sons of the American Legion out there, the leadership of Don Ferran, and their support and generosity to this event. I also want to thank the Ladies Auxiliary. Thank you, Colette, and the rest of all the women that helped us. Thank you to the Legion Riders for their support too. I want to thank the advertising committee here at the Post that expanded our reach out to the whole community and all the local communities. I want to thank everybody that came and sacrificed their time to set up last night and help us. I want to thank all those great cooks back there that helped cook for the people that brought the food here today. So I want to thank Ray, Pat, Donnie, Davey, Eric, Matt, Timmy, the whole outside crew. Thank you. You deserve a round of applause. Thank you. I want to thank Liz and Don from Channel 6 for coming out here and doing this event for us. I also want to thank people that helped sell the raffle tickets. From Tim Corcoran, Scott Mankey, Scott Martin doing the sign-offs, and Dan, John, all the bartenders, everybody that helped push things here today. Thanks to all the bartenders and barbacks today. To Richie and Sue Lentz and Junie for helping with the food and setting up everything that's going. Thank you to my son Caden and Michael for helping out. I don't know if you guys know this, but with Bill Mankey there was 4 generations of the Mankey family here today. So just wanted to say that and give a shout out to you guys. So I'm going to give a couple individual awards here to people that have really helped me out a lot. Charla, where are you? You can run, but you're not hiding from me. I need you to be strong here, Charla. Charlie, this is for you in recognition of everything you do for the Post. But there is a caveat here. So Charlie's had a pretty tough year this year, you guys. She lost her brother, but I am going to make you cry. I'm sorry. But Jimmy left money in his will to be donated to the Wounded Warriors in Action that he felt strong enough about. So I had John. It's okay, everybody cries. Thank you for everything you do. So, Dawn, I'll come back there, and Laura. Dawn and Laura, I'm gonna grab Junie's too. Dawn and Laura help out a ton. Laura, I couldn't do this without her. The raffle tickets, the selling, the things that she does is incredible. Laura, I call my sister from another mister. She helps out a ton. She's made 95% of the sales calls out there. She does all this, and if she doesn't, you don't give her an answer, she will get an answer out of you. So I want to say, Laura, thank you. I love you for everything you do. This is for you. Another one. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn helps in so many ways too, with being creative and things on her own, with like the Super Bowl squares that her and Kelly did, and to put them on Facebook and to collect the money and to do things to help the donations here to increase what we can give to Wounded Warriors. Thank you. Junie, thank you. These, again, this is awards that are autographed pictures that, yeah, I crept on people on Facebook. I'm kind of creepy like that, so. But this is to say thank you for everything that you guys have do, so thank you. So I gotta make my way up front again. I should probably do this more often. I'd probably burn a calorie or two. No, that won't be enough. Okay, to Kelly. Kelly helps out in so many different ways. But there's no crying, remember that? Kelly, thank you so much for the raffles and the help and the baskets. Kelly works some really crappy hours, you guys. She works from like 9, from 12:30 in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night. She gets up, or after that she's done working, she goes to Laura's house. And these women will work till 1 o'clock in the morning working on all those raffles that are there. So I'd like to give those girls a big round of applause, so thank you, Kelly. To Brittany, my photographer, I love you, thank you for coming out. Thank you so much. Aside for John. Thank you, sweetheart. And John McCabe, can you come up, please? John every year does something that he makes a donation, but the way John does it is probably the most economical way that I've ever seen, is that he always throws in $1 a day for each family member. So, to your family and the certificate of appreciation, I want to say thank you. By the way, folks, that brings it to 33.4 is what this year was given.
Quick picture.
What a moment. So everybody, on that note, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that came out and attended. We're going to start doing the raffles very soon, probably in the next 20 or 30 minutes right now. Everybody get a drink, use the restroom. We're going to call them in about, 10, 15 minutes. So, yep, hold on. Oh, sorry.
Hey, anybody in the military knows just because you receive an award doesn't mean you can't receive it twice. So let's work on some bronze oak leaves, silver oak leaves. Let's win these awards again. Just because we hit the highest doesn't mean that it's done. It's just the beginning. So that's all I have to say.
So what? Oh, I'm sorry. These gentlemen, you want to come up, John? I apologize, sir. You want the microphone? Careful, guys.
This is Chapter 252, Military Order of the Purple Heart. This is our second time we've been here. We're so impressed. We had to come back. We're invited back. So, on behalf of all the members of Chapter 252, we'd like to donate this to Wounded Warriors in Action.
We'll sit around that table, sir. Well, everybody, thank you very much. What a wonderful day. I don't even know what to say right now. A lot of emotions going through me right now. So give us about 10, 15 minutes. Then we'll start calling the raffles. If that's okay with everybody, get a drink, use the restroom, and we'll go from there. Thank you.